because Pheli being Pheli, I mean Pheli, we grew up with sports, we did gardening, so there's a lot of things that we did. I mean, before they built this used to be a golf course. If people don't know, me interacting with a woman had nothing to do with what I could do in terms of financially. It was my capability as a human to relay. Let's style right. Why eating lunch? Let's men lady. Table for two. You know, also we see table for two. Come on. That's all it.
Straight out of Pheli.
Welcome to a new episode of
the Pheliville Podcast. Man, you know what? It's so good to be here with you.
Good to see you.
I mean,
You're
another
looking
week.
lovely.
Thank you. Also looking. I'd rather play. Well, welcome to another episode, and we are excited. Today we are talking all about love. My name is Vincent Msimanga, but you can call me V Royalty. Controller. Man, do you get it?
And on Ale Brian Mshengu Shabalala, Mshengu Wasepitori. So good to be here.
No, it is. It really is so good to be here. I mean, we just went through the month of love. Bargeng Valentine, everybody was talking about flowers. Did you buy anyone flowers, Brian?
Yeah, I did.
Seriously?
Yeah, I did. I'm a flower guy.
Yeah, romantic. So you used to buy.
So we used to buy that.
Nice. Can I love candy or not?
Love candy, yeah. Even though I'm a copela,
did you know No, speaking of, our quote for today is that the greatest happiness of life, is the conviction that we are loved. So basically, in table is bad. Like in Terra Tabisang, Kuizura Radio. Okay, so Kulabana to Barre, Chok, Ogramon Tavala, like because it's Karati. But people thinking life is not going the way everyone plans it to be. We later on learn to love ourselves.
Of course.
You get what I'm saying?
It's important. So it starts. I mean, you have to love yourself in order to kind of set the tone or what do you can love yourself pretty much.
No, you're not gonna need, and I think that's why in the end it's like it's to be loved, or rather love to be loved in spite of ourselves. And I feel it's that thing, or that's when you get to a point where and that's enough, and I'm happy because of that. Love yourself despite of you just love yourself as you are. And I think like Victor Hugo is a smart person, but I'd really love to hear a quote from our very own, So today the host with the most. No, definitely is the host with the most.
Yeah.
Motola, he's got a very long CV, and I feel it's best instead of and get to know him, right?
Get to know him exactly,
So when now he's I'm not gonna waste any more time. I read Vava, and let's hear what he has to say about love in Pheli.
Hey, it's been a minute. We are Kulum.
He didn't know. He didn't know.
When I first met you, you never Kulumat. I've been with you for a bit. You've never Kulumat.
I've never Kulumat because like we've never been in a situation. Actually, no, you did hear me.
I'm gone.
Ka Pheli colorful run. I was with my family, and then you were shocked to Kulela Zulu. No, Papa was hosting the event. It's not like that.
Rika.
Yeah.
Rika.
It's like this.
Yeah.
No man, Vava, thank you for
Thank you,
coming
guys.
through. It's
you
the
so much,
Pheliville
yeah.
Podcast. Are you happy to be here?
It's been a minute. Yeah, I think I love being. I actually love the space.
Yeah.
I want to
Yeah, what black child. Nice.
This is your cough.
I think.
Yeah.
What will these specs? Thank you for the coffee. Appreciate you. Pheli coffee.
I want to tell Vava you understand. Like you just literally acknowledging everyone.
No, I mean, look, I think the beauty is that we have people walking. So,
Yeah.
Mashakaro.
Yeah.
TK is a friend of mine, but in any
Yeah.
case, we'll talk about TK some
In
other
another
time.
time.
But
Yeah.
this is Pheli. This is Pheli at its best. And
Yeah.
I like it, but honestly, I like the space. The only problem is I'll see it's 1:30, right? Can walk off. I'm not saying anything.
You would like some Irish coffee, right? I get you.
Both TK was lehe or just
Okay. What is Pheli for you?
Look, I think, well, obviously, I was born here. In Kemfana Pheli. Ko hai literally. Ko next door go men down.
Yeah.
Mo pela Charles Green symbol. Yeah, kada. So I was born there. Went to school. Didn't go to a private school, thank God.
Why thank God though?
What do you mean, thank
Thank
God?
God, why? I want to know. No, I didn't go to, but I just want to know.
Joe,
But Holy Trinity was like the was the school that behaved like a private
anybody
school.
were Pheli, those yellow shirts were the issue.
Yeah.
So if you had a yellow shirt on, it was like, oh, wow, that guy. And then we had the luck of sitting with them. Yeah. Oh, wow. Oh, if you
the bold.
Oh, if you Brian, I'm coming from
Celestine.
So I was born in Pheli. I went to school here. Obviously did the whole passing thing and then went to tertiary and everything. Never finished. I really don't care. I can stand with the best of them. So
Of course.
because Pheli being Pheli, I mean Pheli, we grew up with sports. We did gardening. So there's a lot of things that we did. I mean, before they built this used to be a golf course. If people don't know, we learned how to play golf here. So
Even I don't know that.
Khamotaka and this part used to play golf.
Wow.
My grandfather was one of those people. If you read history of Pheli, my grandfather's there.
Nice.
Lintopeleng. Linskuzeng.
Yeah.
But if you read the history of Pheli, so the Minyukos, the Nkomos, so all of those people were the very first people to actually settle in Pheli. So I grew up here. I mean, Muketo. What's it now? We used to have a cinema.
Yeah.
Bioscope.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm a Pheli boy through and through. I moved here about 22 years ago. I've been in Joburg ever since.
Wow. I can tell.
The city of gold.
I can tell.
The English improve. No, show me. One thing about Pheli, they'll tell you, style is a thing.
Yeah.
But style is a thing. Yeah. But yeah, that's me.
So Mjolo for in a car. I don't know Mjolo for in a car.
Brian,
Yeah.
Mfana ka irgo botse. Young man. No ka semele nna. Ere ba mfe well vet. Ere ba fe 2005 no, ba mfe 250.
Yeah.
Nga bontsha ntho ngwe bana.
Yeah. Yeah. True.
Na.
True.
Narva picnic.
Yeah.
And I picnic is a Lazaro Sanzo Shiano. No. Narva picnic. Ela Yago more. She get. So what we used to do was authentic. I mean, I would steal flowers. My next door neighbor, I would steal flowers.
Now he knows.
Yeah, well, now he knows. So we used to steal. They used to have like these flowers because they had a very beautiful color. They used to have these flowers. We would steal flowers just to go impress a chick. Impressing a chick had nothing to do with the money that I had or
Of course.
the car that I drove then. It was about authenticity. It was about me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who is
Oh,
it?
Gasebo.
Who is it? Give up what's Jason Boma.
Ah.
Okay, that's that.
Yeah, but
No, so I had
Mama Regisa, yeah.
No. Yeah, well, yeah, we were No, I mean then we were younger then. Right. Actually, Pheli used to be a bit divided in terms of Pheli. Rena Bagamusos Villa, Rena never visa hostel. I don't know where that came from because we never go to hostel. But I think the how do I put it? The whole thing was based around Nosa Jole Banyana Bakantle. No, then. We never grew up with that whole thing, Yahore. You could actually walk into Ostata and just job. There was a code.
Serious?
Yeah, you used to, I mean, Kitseris all rich.
But he breached the code. Let me tell you, he breached it via rape. You breached it, so he had the advantage.
Well, yeah.
Personality.
Yeah, and I think the beauty about Pheli is that we knew each other and we knew of each other. So the creme de la creme, Yabanyana, went like this. Nelima Holy Trinity, then Ilima Wofi, then Ilima Sorich. So guys would literally try and infiltrate those type of circles. And now we were like it because some of us played sports. So I played soccer, we ran, so it kind of you would meet these people even if
That is sports day.
But now they don't do the house. But we were in such a good space in that there weren't any fights really. It was just about dress code and all of those things. And I think it kind of helps some of us because Mjolo didn't require much. Then a packet of sweets would win you a girl. When I you get what I mean? So me interacting with a woman had nothing to do with what I could do in terms of financially. It was my capability as a human to let's style right. I remember Seleka Tlapisa, one of my exes. Wabona Mbata. Wabona Libitang Vasco.
Cheap.
This was probably early 90s. So imagine this. Boys room. Don't have the money. But I have the brains. Guess what I did? My friends will attest to this. Mbata, what's Helameti? Kofeta, Rose Petal Van. But guess what? Wabana Melek. War Melek. Feza, tea light candles. There's some store that sells us. I can't mention it. But it's a Molawadi. Dagan Haten. Guess what? Ugrele Dilo. It was original. It
was original.
I did it because as a guy, you need to be innovative. You can't do what the next guy does.
Of course.
But you know what I'm liking about what you're saying? It's the fact that you love is not like right now the complaint is that men these days they don't want to go the extra mile. Like all you're saying, You know, they don't understanding why were you putting yourself through all of that. It's not just to get just to come. It's not
To
just
come.
about the coming,
To come.
you know.
What coming are we talking
Okay.
about?
I'm
To
saying
come.
the truth. It's not-
Oh, okay.
it's not-
Oh, to come.
Okay.
yeah, it was just
Okay,
not
sorry.
about that. What made you want to do all of that for her?
No, but look, at the time, I think at the time I was younger, I thought love was a fake.
Okay.
Because no, look, and I think
Somebody
for me,
give me a box of tissues.
so no, look, I think at the time I loved this chick, and you know, when you're younger, every chick that does the right things, you will love because everybody has had the love of their life in high school or just after high school, and now
Yeah.
but I think the idea was that you did things because you wanted to, not because you were obligated and not because you were forced. There's a difference. Kacheko. He must have. So that whole originality, I mean,
She must have as well. I
Yeah.
think let's balance it a bit.
Yes.
And I think
she
that
must
came
have
from
as well.
that.
100%.
We were not that generation ela ne expecta banyana ba itseletseng choice ke
Not
rata
at all.
go batho ke re nna ne re kgone gore o tse motho o bola reste o namele di-taxi o fole go
Me bra.
o tloa ka molo tsena ka mo wimpi eng o sa wara ka gore tšatši le leng yena o tla o baketse keke o etsa so it was nicely balanced out.
Thank you.
It had no thing ya gore ba rona beno bogunya bo ka mo legama ke tlo
Sorry to interject. My first date with my wife. Remember when you went up church, the Beatrix, there used to be a pool place cup.
Oh yeah.
My first date with my wife was there.
Oh, Kingsley.
Yeah, Kingsley, yes. And then we had our lunch at Nexus.
Oh wow.
Oh, sorry, the name, but
Nexus.
I think we didn't know, so it's fine.
okay,
it's not
The
But
best
we had our first date there. When I met my wife in the text. And I said to her, I was going to marry you.
Wow.
A year later, literally, it happened. But that's another story for me. But, well, I call it intentional living.
Yeah.
When you're intentional about what you want in your life, the type of woman that you want in your life, things tend to happen.
True.
The fundamentals of any relationship have to follow certain steps.
Yeah.
We might not do the steps the same, but the fundamentals, it's like when you're building a house, have to have plans, have to build a foundation. If you're not, consider the house gone.
True.
So when I said to her I was going to marry you, I had just met this woman. I met her in a text. Because, okay, I stalked my wife for like 5 years. It's another story.
Oh yeah.
So I had seen her. So my wife used to play tennis. She used to do gymnastics. So she did the whole Wimbledon thing. But that's her. But the beauty is that the woman that I saw in her, Naratoya library, so go high. Before Ogona library, she would always pass. This one day I followed her to the library, but I didn't say anything. I followed her to the library. I remember Atia Buga. So I didn't know you take a book. There's like a. I was like hi. She was like hi, and then that was it. I never spoke to her. And then obviously I met her in a taxi. We spoke, and I think the thing about dating and everything else is that people do so about dates. You're number way.
What do you mean by so?
Brian.
Yeah.
So okay. So I'm gonna jump up and in and out. Meet a guy.
Yeah.
First date, Kegola Ash.
Yeah.
I love
How is that?
the Ashma.
Yeah, no.
They are family,
Yeah.
Right. Here's my problem. You meet this person. You like each other. There's chemistry. Chemistry is great. Flop Ash. You get to the Ash. Where Nasa says, instead of ordering a mocktail, you order a cocktail. Cocktail. So
See what
anyway,
you did there.
So what then happens is that you then order this thing.
Yeah.
You have a meal. Oh, nice. You get tips. You like this guy. Remember, it's an emotional thing.
True.
You feel like 9 times out of 10.
Yeah.
It ends up in the bedroom.
Oh, it does be.
Not for me.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I don't do dates like first date and Ashka.
No.
I don't.
I
didn't know.
don't.
No, wait.
Okay.
Okay, wait, right.
Okay. That's,
Umutlulari.
I don't do
Yeah,
first dates
yeah.
till Ashka.
Okay, where do you do first date?
yeah. That's,
I prefer a nice place. Like it's like a page.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Okay, what?
yeah.
And then right now, before we had the coffee shop,
Yeah.
from now on, the first date, I go back to Pheliville.
Oh, yeah.
Pheli coffee, you've getting a custard.
Yeah.
I like the tea, the
so-
chai tea latte. So I'm
Chai what?
Chai tea latte.
So the point that I'm trying to make is this: if you do a first date and you do it proper, then I get to know you. If I've already had the milk, why should I then pursue the car?
Exactly.
No, it's just a question.
But are you
Because
going Steve Harvey or not?
remember, no. What I'm saying is,
I think he is.
as Mushimane,
Yeah.
technically, in 20 you haven't prolonged.
Yeah.
It's like if I see you naked every day, all day, everywhere, what do I look forward to then?
But
But
it's a bit tricky. It's a bit tricky because
there are people who smashed on the first date and they're still together.
married
Right.
and they
Okay.
came together.
Statistics. Wabona nakrata school.
Yeah.
Statistically speaking,
Yeah.
how many of those relationships last? Aruleni.
No, that's why I'm partially agreeing with
Thank you.
Say Hori.
Partially 60% or partially 40.
Whatever you want to take. If you want to take 70, I'll even give you 70. I
Okay,
suppose
yeah.
you're the one with the stats. So I don't
No,
have
majority of them, obviously, they end up in, they never happen.
Okay.
Their relationship.
Let
Yeah.
me, okay.
But
Let
now
me
when
ask-
I got married, okay,
Yes.
but now I got divorced as well.
No,
But
fine.
besides getting divorced,
Yeah, it's a life
because I had a
experience.
lovely marriage.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
really
true,
had
true.
a lovely
Yeah.
marriage all through. And it was something similar. We had a first date, but it was a proper date. We went
Yeah.
to a proper restaurant.
Yeah.
The day after we met,
Yes.
I had this hookup line in Yana, you know.
Mfanaka.
Yeah, very, you know,
That's
we
why
were
we are
watching
friends.
with the bold and all that
Ooh.
thing and what.
Rich
No,
Norris.
from back in the
I
day.
think they should bring it back.
So,
Like, honestly,
so
so that
yeah.
these men can understand or no.
So it does.
You need to
my
change.
point is that
And then the
it
ladies
does
must
happen.
also learn, look,
Yeah.
correct, they need to be pursued. Because I think
Yeah.
another problem is they're not chasers.
You absolutely right.
Lirang
And
ena?
that's-
Girls chase these
No,
days.
no.
Where?
Banyana ba
No,
te
Maro,
faseta?
Obolela Nid, I'm going to agree with her there. I'll tell you why.
Yeah.
I think we've shifted the goalpost to nyana re sa lemoge. A go sa tshwana le kgale. Wa itse ntho e nngwe e bolela gona bjano. Bafana ba no ka re wa itse re ba tlwaetse go morago ra ba moda pila.
They don't
Yes, ba
wanna
na le
listen.
di-challenges tsa bona. Don't
They-
get me wrong, ba na le
they don't
challenges.
wanna listen.
But what I always say to
What are
guys
the
is that
problem you?
le lata bona rena bane re rata bona banyana ba ba sokodisang re tloela ba kare ba ke dibar and then go boa o painta bo botlhe gore ke mawase
Not true.
banyana ba shapa ba sa le teng so we need to
Oh, no.
re boelle to the basics
So, Brian,
Re-
in my dating little journey that I've decided to
I doubt it's little. I've been choking about
Yeah.
I'm choking. Let's revisit.
But you know what, honestly, when Vava got married, everybody
This guy
was
opens
shocked.
another.
You know,
let's
you
not
know
train
when
enough.
Vava got married, there are some
This
things,
guy and me.
Vava Yala.
Boy,
It was that.
if I'm flipping Magic Johnson, you are Eric Clapton. I'm just saying. Anyone who knows that will
Wow.
understand. That's legends will know.
So,
Little
but
Jenny,
here's
my-
my thing. My decision to get married was intentional
Yeah.
from day one.
Yeah,
I said to you I was going to marry you, and I did exactly that.
yeah,
But, and it also depends on who you marry, by the way.
yeah.
Another thing.
Course it
People are
does.
seeing flames. So
Yeah.
what happens is you find this woman, you chat to her, but you need to align.
True.
We need to align.
True.
And I'm not talking about spiritually yoked. There's people that believe in that, great for you. But here's my thing. You need to align. Sure. If we do this, where are we going to live? How are we going to raise our kids? How will this thing look? If I want to go study, are you going to be supportive? If I start a business, are you going to be supportive? But we've gotten to this point where, because Lenyalo is a vibe, I MC weddings.
Yeah.
Too
As
much.
long as Papa Ted.
Yeah.
But ultimately, it boils down to what we want. So if we say to each other, this is how this is going to happen, then we plan accordingly.
True.
But what then happens is that you then get this couple where we've been together together for mengwaha. Go what the bar man when Kalosa. Guess what he does? He gets married. The boy's not ready. But he's been playing married. And I know this is going to be very cold. People will tell you, and I know of couples that stayed together for 12 years and got married and are still married. But the truth is, the ones that are intentional about them getting married normally will stay together long.
True.
That's the beauty of it.
And funny you mentioned intentional. I just wanted to ask, don't you think we also have become, and the generation after it, a bit too petty about the issues?
True.
In how because when you say intentional, one understand now there will be issues already. One understand now because we put this over because of XYZ. So LMN or whatever is gonna come regardless.
True. Yeah, true.
But I think and that's just my observation. Both repeating.
So the issue there, I think, in any case, is that the intention, the intentions are good. The intentions say, I want to get married, but the goal is not forever. The goal is, I will love you. If you keep your figure, if you can bring in the money, if you can support me in whatever
it's conditional love.
It's conditional. How many guys and how many girls do you know have broken up because Spanish fella business went south?
And both.
That's why there are certain women that you don't marry. I mean, certain
guys.
Fuck.
Just say.
I'm allowed to say fuck.
You said it.
You said it already.
Fuck this.
Post-production.
Yeah. But so people do this thing where, and I'm no expert on marriage as a belief. Just know that I've been doing this for a long time.
Yeah.
So we can experience.
Yeah.
But I think the idea of marriage is there.
Yeah.
But the forever part, people forget already. Dating is great.
Yeah.
Why eating lunch? Let's men lady.
Yeah.
Table for two.
Yeah.
So we see table for two.
Come on.
That's something. Right? So what happens is, what then happens, Brian, is that you get to a point where this person supposedly said, I love you. But when trouble hits, first time you can pay the bond, it's a case of assault. And now
yes.
I can't be with such a man.
Yeah.
What then?
And you know what? Taking you back, you said that what you were saying is that love was purposeful. Because you loving with Mjolo na the purpose. Our jolly because of Jola for fun with Amisana. No Jola. Even na the candles, you saw a future with that person.
100%. So let me put it to you this way. No.
Also,
So one Meleke came before. Came before current. One Meleke came before current. No.
Oh, sorry.
So you never repeat.
Of course.
You can't be taking
the
wife to the same.
No, of course, no.
To the same result that you took the ex.
I like that
Hearts
because it
Wi-Fi high connect.
Automatic. Okay, no.
So the idea is this. The idea is this. When you're intentional about it and it doesn't work out, sharpo, let's take a little prayer, sharp. But I think the how do I put it? The whole forever thing says, I'm with you, but in the process of it all, again, this one doesn't work out. If this one doesn't work out, then let's do again. but the intentionality of it is that unfortunately life will happen where you don't always get what you want. None of us do.
True.
But ultimately we are how do I put it? It's having like a month.
So, Mara, Emma Bella,
Yeah.
So what I'm trying to say is this, man. Looking at the youth right now, I don't think most relationships happen with the purpose of I want to build something with this person, I want to go somewhere with this person. Mjolo ke Mjolo, hence it's a pandemic. The fact that it's created like it's an institution on its own. Ke Mjolo. There's no the fact that Mjolo was a process. And then at the end there was marriage, you know. Right now, but one Mjolo for the sake of Mjolo, and I could say that you could blame the kids, but also what are they looking at outside? And then maybe after 12 years, so looking at that, you know, if you are thinking of your situation and the choices you made. What do you think these kids need, or not even these kids, sorry, let's be respectful. What do you think we need to do different as a young people in terms of understanding Mjolo and Lohoro Sarakama? Because the reason why Rokama is because you don't understand it and you don't know what we're doing. Because right now you just said there's a purpose in it and there's an intention with it. And that's the reason why it will succeed. That's why you'll be married and be happy in your marriage. You understand? I mean, things happen. But yeah, that's what you're saying.
So how do I say this without sounding a bit offish? Love people for who they are, love people unconditionally. What I see, for instance, in my dating thing is that dating Vava is that
you have a dating site?
Yeah, it's coming. So I've got a page here, dating Vava on Facebook.
Okay.
I haven't taken it anywhere else because there's certain changes that I need to make sure that it works.
Okay.
But what I found is this: you say to a woman, here's Brian Nyagamoto. He's at this age. He's got a child. He runs a business. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If her aesthetic, which is a problem now, if her aesthetic does not fit what her friends and what she thinks it is, they call it preference. I call it bullshit. Because here's the thing: you're gonna judge me based on
how I look.
What? No. Because remember, on social media, so say for instance, you want a man. You come to me and say, Vava, I want a man like sharp. Tell me who you are, what you're about, the type of man you want. So how? I'm a mother of one. I'm a graduate, because you don't like the graduate thing. I don't know if it will ever make a difference in anyone's life. But in any case, so you're a graduate, great. And you have a son, Pheli, you work sharp. Hey, Tamo. Oh no. He needs to look, he needs to dress, he needs to. You then get to a point where this list is this long. So the next guy that comes in goes, yeah, but but I don't fit. Not that you don't fit, but because what you've said, you've put all of these requirements.
Let me be a devil's advocate.
Yeah.
And this is also observation.
Yeah.
Now here's this woman from Alumunyani. Kidi one not or kidi one lindi intention. Kidi maka kidi patla ki akanyala musadi akasamurata rata ni. Oh sorry, we just friends. All this because they go through a lot of things.
Yeah, true.
Kima sunani kwa madir. Ashu sunani kwa so for night unzor ka sunani trimaru fitlo ko because onale osa aso build the list. I'm just am I ereke oh na ke re di khokho itse ke rabya. And then ngwana wa batho o fitla ko late 20s. So is it not fair or maybe in a way who try to defend that to say ore anonyaka all these things because no feel or what's one money snadi expectations di futlile good. Oh, this is
Yeah.
yeah. So because why is it now? I always say, re back, especially with fix up like family. We need to look at it both sides.
I agree.
We need
with
to
you.
look at it both sides because
100%.
and we forget. And I always say to men, get it. Whatever you say, the reflection ya maul
True.
we forget or hore honzo besha basadi or whatever one. Tshileng go ngwana ha o tla bana le motho yena a montshang di left and right and left and right and one. So how do we also somehow find balance or the black boy?
Yeah.
Osa bonang na le Vava.
Sure.
Re yang steleng.
So
Osa bonang hore na le Vava. Ne re sa reki 6 re nya go pitcha motho na le Vava. Ne re kono tsa 2 years o su pitchi motho. Okay, maybe ke sa re pitcha ba so close. Mara gara love me.
2 years is too long, but okay.
But we did.
Yeah. No, true, yeah.
True,
yeah.
5 years in
Yeah.
we did
True.
those sort of things. So
Yeah.
this is so we showed intention to these women.
yeah.
And even Lebara
Yeah.
Sabanyala, but
So it speaks to a couple of things. One, you just said now, Hore, we need to put it both ways. So I'm talking from a perspective of the male side, the things I've done. Because remember, life is about lived experiences.
yeah, of course.
So when we get to that point where, because this female has been through a lot,
Yeah.
here's my question. She went through a lot because she made certain choices about her life. The fact that over at way, she didn't have to say yes. It was her body, she chose. No, that's not the point. Brian, I'm off the market. No, I agree.
I'm just saying, to their defense, I'm just saying.
But
Sometimes you get to that number.
That list.
So,
In that list, somebody will say, "Now my love language is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5."
yeah.
Somebody once said to me, "My love language is challenge."
Yeah.
I'm like, "Sis, how not dark?" Love language,
Yeah.
but
That's a story for another.
yeah, that's a story for another day. But here's the issue.
Yeah.
When yes, people go through and self-preservation, like you were saying, when she's trying to save herself after Ali, now she's 29, and then she's looking at her life differently. Maybe when she was younger, she made mistakes. Guys do the same. But when you say to me, my love language is XYZ, you know what men do? If you tell me what you need, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do exactly what you're telling me to do. If you say, I love dates, I love, guess what? Kotlabia.
Yeah.
Then,
Gonna love bomb me.
ladies, please be a mystery. Let me find out who you are. Let me try and know, oh, that one makes coffee, but she doesn't like coffee. She likes chai tea. So we need to get to that point where it's a let me get to know you. But if you reveal everything on the first date, show me your last mallet.
Yeah.
Because that's what guys do.
Yeah, of course.
No, but that's what a lot of guys do. So you need to get to that point where you need to have boundaries, but you need to have boundaries that you can control.
Yeah.
And then once we get to that place where, yes, we are loving each other, and yes, we are in a good space together, then we can move.
So wait again. Now I'm hearing you. But let's turn the table around.
Yes.
Men also have expectations. Men also will tell you, and then now these men have gotten, before it was just about the figure and the women and the body and their head. Right now it's about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And for some I understand because they're protecting themselves. Because they're not alone. So what happens with a person that doesn't have even let that head and but they have expectations set for I want a certain person, you understand? Because right now people are using Mjolo as an escape of poverty. So Leballo right, it's evident that
I think the issue here is that people need to manage their expectations. If you manage your expectations, you'll never be disappointed. One.
Yeah.
But in the same light, there's certain women that they call themselves worrying, you can't afford me.
Yeah.
Okay. If your affordability depends on somebody else's ability to send money into your account, then you're not the girl that you think you are.
True.
A Bonang can walk to us and say, yeah, well, I got this. So if you're going to expect certain things from certain people, and there's guys that are, I always say to gents, sometimes, hey, you is thing around the street.
Yeah, of course.
Exactly.
And I'm not saying go lock yourself in a room and die, but what I'm saying is stay away from certain things.
You are happy advocate here, Satan.
I'll put your Satan in
here. Come Kobulela.
Yeah.
And I know from Pasagi Bambaka.
Yeah.
Kintola, Rapitlemo Ponjore. Sharp, at least, Lampetili one not. Marakimu, Giles was supposed to Kinaka one not. Mar still Bampotor get the patent, taxi one morale, still Bampotor get some focus adjusting. So, out with an imbalance, especially for night, it's how the answer.
I like that.
Yeah, because when I never okay, fruit motusaka 500 ama. So, Rofele the guy or Rotamania, so Rotswearing Avanata.
Right. So guys,
developer,
you allow me
what's one? At least the Hampile Mavus, Hampile 20 away. Lang uses a really bad,
sharp right.
I'm not saying it's right.
No.
Don't get me wrong.
But here's my thing. Right, Wabona, there's a difference between our age group and the age group that's now.
Yeah.
Agero utile kowena.
Yeah.
Because she wanted to.
Yeah.
Rajola.
Yeah.
Ne?
Yeah.
Now, you came on your own accord. If it was Nazago Tambuter Love, I can own a mela.
Yeah.
Kaufate Tiran, Tarena, takes in a little guy 10 rand, 15 rand.
5 rand.
I'm old.
Local.
I'm 3 years to 50, so.
Yeah.
But no, but you don't do that. But that's being unkind. That's not being a gentleman, and
we need to address as well.
We raise our boys better.
Yeah.
Thank you.
But obviously, the expectation,
Yeah.
Let's talk to your ancestors Pheli, because clearly you're not thinking straight. So what I'm saying is, I get the whole, if she comes to you and then the expectation of because she took her own money out. We used to do that where either money or the problem comes in when this whole Mavuso thing happens. Again, we need to then start saying to our boys, say gents, when she comes to visit, the expectation will be 1, 2, 3. You just need to be a courteous human being. A courteous human being means that she needs to eat, 1. Again, 2, if Leballo drinks,
I guess.
Yeah. But higher, you need to make sure that her safety is paramount. So you need to make sure that Lafika high, you don't do the whole thing about that's
because why go with us? Why get a balance or to say especially?
Yeah.
It's because if you like a more situation in Longori, but what shapo bato mesana because the really low before.
True.
Really elements are necessary. Naloe never, and we'll be honest.
Yeah.
Henoza Mosadu Wea Kaile. For not sort of tissue what you never really need. Why not day?
Not true.
Honavan Ravana social media motara motumo dating are Utapatela most 50% mark and I so let's be honest. So Kimo Kifilamore as much as a recap blame of Marar win level because at the end of the day, what if somebody out will listen podcast Mosadia I or Navel Omoshap is somebody who will go poverty is serious.
So-
So motho ana opportunity ya hore a be le motho because ana tšhelete.
So let me
Ke re
put
bolela
it,
ka nako e nngwe
yeah.
ngwana.
So let me put it to you this way. Men have taken women out of poverty since time immemorial.
Yeah.
Can't dispute that fact.
Of course.
But the idea is be a gentleman forever. I mean, the friends that I know as friends, the likes of
Yeah.
you, the likes of TK,
Yeah.
she, it's boys that have been, as far as I know, they're gentlemen. We treat women a certain way. If I ask for the date, it's like even now, they'll tell you, if you ask for a meeting with me, you pay. As in, when we get to, if I order coffee, you pay.
Yeah.
Ashule TK, Ashubrai.
Yeah.
If you ask for a meeting with me, you pay. If you ask for a date, you do a simple thing.
Yeah.
Rea, manly. Do you want me to pick it up or ota? Women that have it will say, no, love, it's fine. Or you'll find me in Manly.
Yeah.
That's where you make reservation, gents. Reservation, and you call ahead. But the idea is this: we need to treat our women better, 100%.
True. But this goes back to how we are raised. Well, when, I remember I had an argument with the parents that raised the current generation, the Generation Z, meaning from the 2000s
Yeah.
generally. These kids are entitled. These kids are selfish. They're self-centered. It's all about me. That's why I want this. I want to get this. How do we raise our children better? As a man, I do this nice thing for ladies. Ladies, girls, like remember, we still taught how to zhuzh up and do makeup. What am I going to talk? It's makeup tutorial. So we're still taught how to be beautiful. We want to gym and lose weight and have small waist. We're still taught how to be girls. But now, as a mechanism, you're okay. Men are not taking that. They're not appreciating that girls are working so hard to be attractive. They just using them and bashing them.
Ooh.
Ladies have started to have the expectation that for the fact that it's a regular makeup on my Jacob, wa Meke or wa Bobby Brown. O go mpatala for the baby.
Hona moo.
Yeah.
So the problem lies right there, where the expectation,
Yeah.
the expectation is this: just because you taught makeup, I was stunned. That's why we live in an era now where women will come on social media and say, oh, by the way, we don't dress for men, we don't do makeup for men, we don't do XYZ for men. Sharp, great, I get it. But here's the truth. Do it for us.
Exactly.
Because if you want the small waist, the BBL, the bigger tits, it's a you want it to be seen. That's why social media has got something that we call thirst traps, where all you're showing on social media is this, but that's you. But the point is this: remember, and I always make this example, and I think I've made it for the last 5 years. BMW advertises what? Cars. VW advertises what? Cars. Samsung advertises Samsung products. So when you're on social media and it's your breast and your bum, what are you advertising?
But why does it have to be advertised?
No. Bribe. It's called a thirst trap. So here's what happens. The ones that are clothed don't get the likes. Tell me I'm wrong.
You're right.
Of course I don't.
It's true.
Statistically speaking. Thank you. So the thing is this. We cannot sit here and say that when they do that, that's so. For instance,
So I just want to ask your daughter, my daughter, let's say they're friends.
yes,
And what the sponsor with bathing suits go beaching. Have they advertised?
no. You see, Brian.
No, I know where you
Let's differentiate. Right. Let's differentiate. Let's differentiate.
Also
No.
the cleavage.
Let's differentiate.
Also showing
Let's differentiate
the
between.
frontal.
No.
in
Let's differentiate.
in a decent way, I suppose.
Let's differentiate the two things. A Victoria's Secret model
Yeah.
is on Victoria's Secret model because she's doing a job.
Exactly.
It's funny.
This part, you're right.
Right.